Cenat had a giveaway yesterday afternoon, and it obviously went crazy because the whole news was tapped into it. Let's look at the footage real quick.
Interrupt you, NYPD commenting on the chaos that ensued in Union Square. Let's go there now.
Let's see what's going on.
All right, just really quick. Chief Matthew, Chief of Department, standing here with me is Chief of Transit. Earlier today at about 1:30 p.m., the NYPD became aware of a crowd forming in Union Square. It was quickly determined that an influencer was posting on social media about showing up to Union Square and was encouraging all of his followers to come to the park.
Okay.
Some posts also about giving away some gaming systems. At approximately 3 p.m., the post went viral and thousands of people began to arrive at Union Square. Soon the park and the surrounding streets were overrun with people. They were obstructing both vehicular and pedestrian traffic. The NYPD responded by calling a mobilization in response to the large crowd. As the crowd grew, so did our mobilization.
Okay, so pretty much what I'm understanding and comprehending is that from Kai putting out the tweet, making the whole announcement about it, that really set everything for a certain wave that obviously the police department wasn't ready. To be honest, the way that it seemed on the way that I heard it sound was that it was gonna be like a whole event and he had it all situated. It wasn't, I didn't think it was just everybody just pull up and see what happened. You see what I'm saying? Gee, bro. I don't know, cause the thought process is if you're already #1 Twitch streamer in the world, right? Wouldn't you already have pull. You know what I'm saying? You already have some level of pull. So to sit there and have all these people pull up, right? Or to underestimate the amount of people that would pull up is crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of crazy. That's how I see it. But who knows though?
The crowd was swarmed when the influencer finally arrived at the park. Individuals in the park began to commit acts of violence towards the police and the public. There was a construction site within the Union.
So they was going that crazy. They was tearing shit down. They were really tearing stuff down, messing things up.
Union Square Park, and people broke into the park and they began to throw articles that belong to the construction site. Paint cans, bottles, rocks. We had people walking around with shovels, axes, and other tools.
Whoa, so whoa, wait a second. So why were people walking around with weapons? Now I can see how this looks like it was a riot.
From the construction trade. And additionally, individuals were also lighting fireworks, and they were throwing them towards the police. They were throwing them towards each other. The influencer, we were able to eventually get him out of the park and remove him for safety reasons. Our officers exercised great restraint despite the aggression that they were met with and the acts of violence they were met with. Ultimately myself and our leadership team, working in tandem with our department attorneys, did declare this gathering an unlawful assembly.
So my thing is this, if he wanted to do it an outside area, right? How would he have been able to do it no venue, right? If he didn't want a venue, he just wanted everybody to just pop out, how could he do that? Or is he at a point in his career that he can't do that? He's too big to even do stuff like this.
The NYPD offered multiple, and I do mean multiple, opportunities for the crowd to leave. We tried to give them a means of egress for them to exit the park and exit the streets. After numerous warnings and after being assailed, hit with rocks and bottles and other debris, we started to make arrests to clear out the park. The total number of arrests is still being tallied at this point, and we're still doing evaluations for some of our members. We did have members that sustained some injuries out here.
Damn.
At this time, we successfully dispersed the park, but we still have crowds mulling around Manhattan, and we have officers following them, preventing them from destroying property, looting, and other things like that.
Oh, so it's they went for when Kai said, yo, everybody pull up, let's do a little meet and greet. The city was damn near getting tackled by, destroyed. Officers was not, you know what I'm saying? Things was getting that wicked.
And we'll continue to be out here and we'll continue to disperse this crowd until they're all gone. We're using our drone technology to help us monitor the situation. Of course, our aviation unit is up there as well. Our office is still being met with some resistance after numerous warnings, and we're still making some additional arrests. This mobilization is ongoing, and as I said before, we will be here until this crowd disperses. At this point, I'll take any questions.
We're going to start off with Josh Einiger, ABC 7. Thank you, Chief.
Josh.
Damn.
We've heard reports of injured officers. A woman told me she saw a cop getting jumped and beat. Your shirt, we have video of you being attacked. Your shirt shows. Can you talk about injuries to members of the service and to your own experience in that?
Absolutely, Josh. And I believe the woman's account is possibly right, even though I don't know exactly what she's speaking about. Our officers were attacked. We were in there. We were crushed.
So why were they hitting officers though? That's the thing that confuses me. Why were they hitting officers?
We were pushed. I had officers on the floor. As you see, I'm a little embarrassed because I'm very dirty right here, but I was in the middle of the crowd. I was hit with multiple objects as well. I think I have a couple of injuries, but I'll figure that out once I have time to think about it.
But in terms of where the officers treated for injuries that you know of?
Yeah, we had one or two officers removed, and we had officers out here. I had officers who got hit and were hurt, but they stayed. They stayed and helped us to control this.
We're going to go Associated Press.
Yeah,
Hi, sir.
I'm wondering if there is any kind of action that might be taken or could be taken against the influencer.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
We're in contact with the influencer. I have our legal team here. I'm going to have a discussion with our Commissioner Caban in a little bit, and then we'll make a decision there.
Well, I'm wondering though if there's anything specific that you could.
Wow, so they're already thinking about like pressing charges on bro, like trying to get like him put away, or like I don't even know what they would do. I don't know what they would even charge him for.
Well, we'll discuss with our legal department about inciting a riot and other.
Oh,
charges.
inciting a riot? I feel like a riot's a little crazy though. Like riot is wild. Like damn, a riot? That's big.
We're going to go over to Matt. Chief, any of the youths injured? How many of them? What was the extent of the injury? And was he actually giving away PlayStations, or was that just a claim?
That I'm not sure in terms of the.
Whoa. Now they trying to, okay, now it seems like they trying to twist the narrative, right? Like now make it seem like from the department, they make it seem like, yo, he just want to get a bunch of people here to just mess up New York City. You know what I'm saying? Mess up the, what's it called? Union Square, right? And like, they thinking it's a whole front for him being like PlayStations, giveaways and stuff like that. They think that was just chat. That's crazy though. That's wild. I think they're definitely 100% taking stuff out of proportion.
PlayStation. I personally observed young people walking out with their heads bleeding from their heads.
Whoa!
Bleeding on their faces. I've seen I personally observed young people having panic attacks, anxiety attacks, asthma attacks. There was multiple, people were suffering out here. It was a lot of people. It was uncontrolled. It took us a while to get it under control, and a lot of young people got hurt.
Was that in confrontation with the police, or was that in the riot?
No, most of it was within the park. The young people in the park throwing objects at each other. They were dancing.
As long as nobody died.
A lot of things, but they were hurting each other as they were doing this.
Why were they stealing stuff from the construction site?
That I don't have an answer for.
Matt, we're going to move on. Mark Morales, CNN.
Mark.
What's the estimate as to how many people were here, and where is this YouTuber streaming now? What precinct is he?
We do have him. I don't know exactly which precinct he's in. We have him. In terms of people, there was thousands of people out here. It wasn't
thousands.
It was thousands, and mostly young people out here.
All right, Dean Moses,
Thousands. Jesus.
We're going to definitely work on this. This is something we will have an after-action review of in terms of how we responded, how we're monitoring social media, and how we can prevent this in the future. We have encountered things like this before, but never to this level of dangerousness where young people would not listen to our commands. They were fighting each other, they were hurting each other, and they were turning our attacks on us. We had to defend ourselves, and we had to make arrests.
Alfredo Costa, Telemundo. Approximately, Chief, how many people were arrested today?
Quite a few. I don't have an exact answer. We loaded up a city bus.
A city bus full of arrests?
We had young people attacking the bus, trying to pull people off the bus. We had to send resources there to protect the bus. It was a very dangerous situation.
Anthony DiLorenzo, picks 11. The question is, how does something like this happen? There's no monitoring at all. Anything on, that this massive influence is coming. I know they just supposed to have a permit. Cody doesn't have a permit. But was this all on his radar? How does he let it get bigger?
Well, this speaks to the power of social media and the danger of social media. We do monitor social media.
See, now they're looking at it from a different lens. This is making it look crazy, bro. It's making it look crazy, right? This is making it look like it's a whole different situation of what it is, right? Let's see what they have on another perspective, because there was multiple different angles that people were talking about, but let's tap into this one.
With breaking news, police in New York City restoring calm tonight after a riot broke out in Manhattan's Union Square neighborhood.
Okay.
A crowd estimated at 2,000 people descended
2,000 physical niggas in the vicinity is wild.
into the area after popular social media influencer Kai Cenat advertised a video game giveaway. The crowd appearing to be mostly young people turned
All these white tees is crazy. No cap. This is look like a good album though.
restless and then unruly, surging into the streets, some throwing objects, others climbing onto vehicles, as well as the roof of a major subway hub. All of it paralyzing traffic at the height of the evening rush. Police quickly moved in mass, working to regain control block by block.
Damn.
Ron Allen is in downtown Manhattan now with the very latest.
Tonight, mayhem in Manhattan, with police say at least 2,000 people mobbing Union Square, getting on top of cabs and the entrance to a subway, jumping on food carts, pushing,
What is
shoving,
y'all doing on a food cart?
and throwing objects as police eventually move in.
It's a lot of people. I went over there and it's like, yikes! It's like a lot crowd. But I don't even know how to explain it. It's like,
Were you scared?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I was kind of panicking.
The NYPD says it began after
Wow.
a social media influencer known as Kai Cenat planned an event to give away PlayStations at 4 o'clock this afternoon.
We just decided to come not knowing what we were going to expect or whatever.
By 3:30, hundreds of people had already gathered.
The crowd was swarmed when the influencer finally arrived at the park. Individuals in the park began to commit acts of violence towards the police and the public.
Whoa.
Everybody was throwing everything, climbing thing.
The NYPD declaring a level 4 mobilization. What appear to be hundreds of police officers quickly on the scene. At one point, pulling someone out of the crowd. What did you see?
We were there, we were chilling. People started throwing stuff like glass, cans.
Did someone run a kid?
Did you see?
We were there, we were chilling. People
Oh.
started throwing stuff like glass, cans, everything. And then as we're walking away, we hear a big thud.
Whoa! A firework.
Heard another loud bang. It seems
Firework.
like a firework went off.
After numerous warnings and after being assailed, hit with rocks and bottles and other debris, we started to make arrests.
Whoa, and he
That
got a
social
blood.
media influencer is in custody.
Ron, remarkably, there appear to be no major injuries in all this.
No, but a lot of minor injuries, police say, including to officers hit by flying objects. No
Wow.
one transported to a local hospital. At this hour tonight, the streets are relatively calm. Still a very heavy police presence, still a lot of young people out on the streets. And the
What is y'all bringing horses to?
social media celebrity who is responsible for all this remains in police custody at this hour. Police say there is a possibility that he could be charged with inciting a riot.
Nah, they're gonna have to get them charges dropped, bro, because this is not what that was. I don't know if there is context.
I can't because I want kids
See,
to
look
see
at this.
Castanet. He was giving away PS5, Xbox, whatever. So I
Niggas
wanted
just-
to see Castanet. So boom, so I said like a 4 or 5. Phantom came and he just started coming and people started going crazy and people started pushing everybody. There was a lot going on.
And we saw on his Instagram that he posted that he was doing this event today. And so we just decided to come not knowing what we were going to expect or whatever. So on the way here, we actually saw Kai Cenat and all them getting in the car on their way to come here. And it was pretty calm when they was leaving the hotel room. It was a few people out there, but by the time we got here and everyone came,
I got kicked in my face because they knocked me down when I was trying to take a picture. They knocked me down. With the
Yo, did bro just say you gotta get back? What do you get back at randoms?
One of the famous persons.
And who knocked you down?
I don't know.
Just somebody
Some random person.
Wow.
Oh, well, I came because I came to see Kai Cenat. He was giving away.
Dang, bro. What the? See, now look at this. That's scary. Holy crap. They all tag in a vehicle. Bro, just look at this. They just got that shit on lock, bro.
Vehicles that belong to the construction started to make arrests.
Bro, I tell you, bro, this is a very crazy situation. And luckily that shit died down, because it seems like if it gone on, if he were to be for the full duration that he wanted to be, man, it probably would have, people would have got hurt. Hopefully nobody would have died, you see what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people that got hurt, many arrests that happened. But at the same time, I don't blame it on him, you see what I'm saying? Or at least partial of the responsibility, you see what I'm saying? Because all he wanted to do was just like do a get together with his fans. But at the same time, partially of his fault was him underestimating what his how big his audience really was. You see what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, all I can really say is free Cenat. You know what I'm saying? Free Cenat. You know what I'm saying? That's all we can really do at this time. But I just think that's really just what it is right now.